I went
So
too far.
guess who I picked up at the airport about maybe 2 hours ago? My friend. You're back home in Ohio. You had gone, the last time I saw you, you were on your way to Florida because you had been promised all kinds of things, a job, place to stay, and those things did not materialize, right?
No, them promises were broken.
By
And
someone that you thought was a friend, right?
for over 30 years.
And this friend lied to you, right?
Yeah. Well, kind of lied, changed the story. I arrived in Tampa. She wanted me to arrive in Chiefland. She said Tampa was too far to go, and that was her excuse not to pick me up.
And so you ended up homeless in Florida, right?
Yes.
And you did try staying at a shelter for a bit, but it's not the same as Ohio, right? It's a lot more complicated staying in shelters in Florida, right?
Well, I got high anxiety, and it's very, very difficult for me to stay in a shelter anyway. But this shelter would have been good if it wasn't for some residents.
Right.
They stole all my money and some of my clothes, and that's when I decided to leave. And then I was absolutely homeless in Florida for a week.
Right. And we've been staying in touch the whole time from the time that you left all the way up until now. So what happened after Florida? So you said that didn't work out. You were also beat up a couple times, right?
That was after Florida, yes.
Uh-huh.
And I went to Vegas. I had a job lined up, but I didn't plan on my foot getting infected.
Uh-huh.
And wasn't able to start work when they wanted me to, and they filled my spot. So I ended up homeless in Vegas for 2 weeks.
And the reason why you got a blister was because of all the walking that you did, right?
It started in Florida
Uh-huh.
when I first ended up homeless out of the shelter. I've calculated it. I literally walked over 300 miles within like 4 days,
Mm-hmm.
just nonstop walking. And then when I got to Vegas, it was nonstop walking, trying to find somewhere to lay down at until I started the job. But I already said what happened with that.
Right. And you ended up also at the hospital several times, right?
In the hospital once for dehydration, once for being beat up, and once for dehydration and not having enough food.
Mm-hmm.
And,
And you said they didn't treat you very well at the hospital, right?
they treat homeless people very, very poorly there.
Mm-hmm.
They,
What was it that you said that doctor told you? That they were giving you the bare minimum or something?
yeah, well, I was in there for the dehydration, and they gave me the IV for like 20 or 30 minutes and told me to go. And I'm like, when I literally passed out, the cops brought me here with the paramedics because I passed out from dehydration. That's all you're going to do? Something. And she interrupts me, gets nasty, like, we're giving you the state minimum that we have to give you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just everything, happens so fast, and I get so frustrated. It's hard to keep the story straight for somebody trying to listen.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So you got a blister, like you said, from all the walking.
ow.
And right now you're trying to take care of it, right?
Yeah.
That's from all the walking that you did.
Yeah.
And I did get you some Band-Aids and things like that to hopefully help you out. And you said you also got beat up, right? Let me see your So they beat you up. They
Where is
hit
it?
you
Oh.
here and here.
Yeah, and then they threw me, and I hit the ground here.
And who threw you on the floor?
The security guard from the hospital, because I couldn't get up and walk on my own. So.
And they wanted you out of there, right?
Well, I was outside on the corner, well, like the curb, like you sit out on the curb here,
Uh-huh.
and they said I have to be off the property, and they knew I couldn't walk.
Because of the blister, right? It was very painful for
And
you.
also, I had a very bad pain in my hip right here from all the walking.
Mhm.
It's subsided now, but I couldn't put no weight on this side because of my hip, and I couldn't put no weight on this side because of my foot.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much I couldn't walk at all. And security pretty much picked me up and threw me and punched on me until I was off the property.
They just wanted you out of there, right? Yeah. And you also had some of your things stolen, you said, right?
Actually, everything I had left that wasn't stolen from Florida, stolen in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm. And then you finally decided, I'm done. I need to go back home to Ohio, right?
Well, actually, for the first time in my life, I admitted failure. Anybody that knows me, I don't ever give up, and I gave up. I sent you, Pastor Paul, some messages not wanting to live no more.
Yeah, and you
It's,
texted me a couple of times. You said you just wanted to die because they were treating you so badly. You said they treat the homeless very bad in Las Vegas, but also in Florida, right?
Yeah, not as bad in Florida. They treat them as bad in Florida, but Florida don't get physical with you. Las Vegas does. And
Right.
security and the Las Vegas and Henderson police departments are all together on it.
Mm-hmm.
I've called the cops for wanting to file assault charges on the security guy with cameras proving I did nothing to provoke it or did nothing back. And the cop and the security guard just stood there talking and laughing with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the third time I was beat up was on a bus, and the bus driver did nothing but laugh and make Jerry Springer jokes about what happened, and instead of doing his job and getting him off the bus.
Yeah, you told me you were riding the bus and someone got on that was very belligerent, and without you provoking them, they started beating up on you, right?
He started yelling at this elder lady next to me. She mouthed off back to him. He mouthed off back to her. And then he's like, none of y'all gonna do nothing. He gets in my face. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? He wouldn't get out of my face because I'm sitting right next to her, and I never said a word. And he slapped my glasses off my face, bent them all up. I almost broke them. I still ain't got them fitting right. Slapped the hat off my head, which I had the day before just gotten out of the hospital, so I still had a fresh wound.
Mm-hmm.
And he made it bleed again when he did that.
Right.
It's,
So you've
Yeah.
had a long, rough journey, right?
that's not counting the 2.5 years total I've been homeless, trying to fight and struggle through everything.
Right. The first time I met you was last year, I believe, just before Christmas, or it was Christmas Eve, and you reached out to me because you were sleeping inside of a dumpster, and I said, oh, you can't sleep in a dumpster at Christmas. And so I was able to put you up for a couple days at the motel. And anyone that wants to see that video, I'm going to link it down below. I've done 2 videos on you already. I'm going to link them down below if anyone wants to watch them. And if anybody wants to help you out, I'll also put your Cash App name on there in case they want to help you out, right? So,
It's hard for me to ask for help, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know you keep telling me, but I tell you, unless you ask for help, people are not going to know that you need it.
just wanted to come home after everything. If you have a car and your own place to live, Vegas is awesome.
Uh-huh.
But if you're homeless and no car and no shelter,
Uh-huh.
no job, you might as well take a wet towel and put it on the clothes hanger to dry.
And you also said that even the people inside the shelter that run it, they weren't very nice to you also, right?
No. And I forget exactly how it came to it, but I looked at him, I was like, well, you know, if you're not happy with your job and you have to keep talking to me nasty like this, then you don't need to be doing this job. And they said, or something like that in that terms, you know, like, if you don't like, they're not getting paid for it. Some are, some aren't, you know, but still, if you don't like it, don't do it. And then they looked at me and said, well, if you don't like the way I'm treating you, you can leave. And that's what I did.
Mm-hmm. Now you're wearing a t-shirt from a church that did help you out, right? They were the last people to help you
Yeah.
out when you were in Vegas.
I remember now, they gave me a big bag of ramen noodles like these,
Right.
you know, and like a box of crackers, a thing of tuna.
And you were heading to
some
the
water.
airport.
I was heading to the airport and just looked over and seen it, and I just had this strong feeling to walk up there, and they gave me clean clothes because my clothes are all sweat stained and
Mhm.
dirty, and smelly ain't the word for it.
Right, right. And you know, with God's help, I was able to buy you a ticket back home, an airplane ticket. And this is my testimony. When I bought you that plane ticket, you're in
Sorry.
pain right now, right? When I bought you the plane ticket, I lifted a prayer up to God that He look after you and protect you. And I also said to God, Lord, bring this money back to me. Because even though it wasn't a whole lot of money, it was still money that, you know, the ministry is a small ministry and we don't have a lot of money. So I told God, Lord, I'm helping my friend come back home. Will you please return the money back to me? And the following day I shared with you via text that somebody that I don't know sent me money through Cash App, and it was almost enough to pay for the airfare that I spent to bring you back home. And so there was God right there working behind the scenes. He knew that I helped you out, and He decided to touch somebody's heart so that they in turn could help me, and they donated money through the Cash App, and I'm just so thankful. And I did put a couple things together for you so that you'll have things to take with you. I got some shoes that seem to fit, right?
Yeah.
I got you a backpack, and I put all kinds of things in here that you need. I made this little kit.
And I actually need to get these
Yeah,
out
some
now.
socks. I've got some Band-Aids in here.
Oh, here's the flashlight.
Yeah, flashlight, washcloth, bar of soap,
And
toothpaste.
you remember I like fruit.
Yeah, toothpaste, toothbrush. There's all kinds of good things in here that you could use. And then, of course, your ramen noodles that you said you like. And some of these that have the pull top, which is good. But I also included a can opener. It's in there somewhere. And then I've got these.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll dig into it.
Yeah. So I got all kinds of things for you.
Yeah.
I got you a water bottle. I got you some nice shirts. You'll be able to wear some nice. These are all clean too, by the way.
Yeah.
Clean shirts. I got you a jacket over here. This was donated to me, so I'm passing it on to you. I got you a blanket, some more shoes.
And
So
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm actually being serious. Don't spend any amount of time in Vegas and come to Ohio and think it won't be cold.
yeah,
I froze. I mean, this is serious. I froze when I got off the plane this morning.
because you weren't used to it, huh?
It's still chilly. It's 80-something degrees and the air still feels a little cool.
Uh-huh,
Dude, I still got a little bit of goosebumps.
yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, I mean, it can be a shock to your system. I was being serious.
And I did get you some clean socks. They're in there,
Yeah,
so you can get rid of those. You want to get
I'm
rid
throwing those away.
of Yeah, yeah, you want to get rid of those so you can have clean socks.
I smell them from here. I want to throw them away now.
And your plans are now what?
I just want to get settled in and slow my mind thoughts down, because anybody that's watched before and you know I suffer very bad high anxiety. Both my parents passed away from it, from health complications. So all I'm going to worry about tonight is just taking what I can fit in this, not overwhelm myself, make a place to lay my head if my tent still ain't there.
Mm-hmm.
And then wake up in the morning, my feet won't be hurting like they are.
Mm-hmm.
And go to the places I've gone before I left, get some help. And Monday morning, when my feet are good healed, I'm going up to Manpower and get a job up here in Springboro or Franklin somewhere, and then just saving money, get my own place, and then if it's meant for me to go back to Vegas and stuff, it'll be done the right way, not just hopping on a plane with a 1 day thinking about it and $200
Right, right.
and a job, well, supposedly job lined up
That fell through.
because of all this.
Right. And I do have a tarp. I told you there's a tarp in there.
And if my tent is still there, I'm sure it's in need of some fabrication, and the tarp would help a lot.
Right,
with that.
right. So I just picked you up, like I said, from the airport. Everything went good. The drive there was about a 45-minute drive, but
No telling how long it would have taken me not to be here no more if you didn't get me here.
I was really concerned about you when you were texting me every day. You were even sending me pictures of the day that they beat you up on the head and you had blood running down your side of your head.
I was literally scared for my own life, and I don't get scared.
I was worried about you, and I said, oh, I need to try and get my friend back home any way I can. And God made it possible, and we say thank you, Jesus, for that, right? And
Very much.
we just finished coming out of McDonald's. I treated my
And
friend.
y'all excuse me, you know, I haven't slept in days, and I haven't had any real food in like a month. So me trying to talk and fit things together right now, if
Right.
it don't make sense to y'all, it will.
But I think you learned a very valuable lesson. You won't do this again. Next time you decide to leave, make sure you have a plan and a plan B, and make sure that those plans are solid and not just, you know,
I think they're solid.
yeah.
Oh yeah, sure, okay, I got a job, all right, let's go. Well, oh, okay, plan B didn't compensate for a infected foot.
Right. Well, you did work for a little bit in Vegas, but then you got your
Well,
blister.
Yeah. I mean, I got my foot infected, and that took the $18 an hour job away, but I got making $13 an hour for 3 days, and then they hired too many people, and I was one of the 14 they let go.
Right.
And it was, well, here I am.
But you're back home. That's the important thing, and God willing, you're gonna try and get your life back in order. But I told you, give yourself some time to decompress and to let your foot recover, okay? Because you still have an open blister.
Yeah, opened on the side there and open on the bottom.
Yeah. So you need to let your foot rest for a little bit. And like I said, I did put some bandages in there and some alcohol wipes so you can keep it clean, okay? And we will be in touch, but at least now you're not hundreds of miles away in Vegas or in Florida.
In Vegas, I was 1,962 miles away. In Florida, I was 1,234 miles away.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I did a total of 5,000 mile round trip in the United States
In
just to learn a lesson.
in a little over a month, right? But like you said, you learned a lesson, right? Satan was trying to take you out of the picture, but God had his protective arms around you, and he helped you get past all your struggles. And I'm thankful that I'm able to help you out, and I'm thankful to all the people that donate to the ministry, because that is how I'm able to help people just like you. And you said something to me that was very sweet and special a while ago. You said, you know, Miss Grace, the difference between you and a lot of other agencies is
you look for people to go help. You don't wait for them to come to you. Basically what I said.
And I thought that was the sweetest thing. But you hit the nail on the head, because this is what I do best. Going out, looking, beating bushes for Christ, all right? Looking for people that are out there that are in need of different things. And I just can't see myself just waiting around for people to come look for me, right? And I'm thankful that I'm able to do this. And
as long as people come to you for help, you do it. You help people no matter what.
mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to sound mean or out of the way or nothing, but I just want to say, I mean, if you come to her for help, mean it with your heart and with every aspect of appreciation, not just because you know she'll do it, you know. So I had to say that first so they know I'm not trying to be mean,
Right.
you know.
So right now
You don't find people like her.
that is very sweet of you. Right now I'm gonna go take you to your campsite. You're hoping that your tent will still be there. You said that you were in a place where kind of out of the way, people don't really know that it's there, it's kind of hidden, so very likely your tent will still be there, right?
Hopefully. I mean, I haven't been there in over a month, but I mean, like when I was here, I would leave for 2 or 3 days and come back and it's all fine, but that's different than 5 or 6 weeks.
Right. So, all right, you want to put your clean socks on so we can get going? And I have more socks too, all right? Because I want to make sure you're wearing clean socks so you don't get your bad foot infected. And make sure you use the wipes that I gave you, the alcohol.
As soon as I get sitting down.
Yeah.
Breathing.
And the shoes seem to fit you good, huh?
Yes. And what I meant by cleaning my feet is where I'm not going to put my shoes on for a while.
Right.
I clean it, let them air out.
Right.
And start scabbing back over.
Right. You need to give it time to heal.
I know, I want to work right now. I have to work right now, but I'll give it until Monday.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's a few days.
I'm sorry, I'm a worker, you know that.
And like I said, I hope the shoes fit you.
Yeah, these will be better on my heel right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more cushion.
Okay, good. And your old backpack?
Ow.
Oh. And your old backpack, just get rid of it. You got the nice new one I gave you.
Yeah.
Or give it to somebody else that is in need of a backpack.
Yeah, it's just one of those little pull string
Right.
things you get like from.
This is a much nicer one.
Yeah, that's like the one I had stolen from me, but cleaner.
Right, right. And it's brand new, so that's good. All right, he's got some new socks, new shoes. Now
Well, my
you just,
blister on my heel still hurts, but not like in those shoes.
yeah.
I think I can actually walk in these.
But try not to walk.
Thank you very much.
Try not to walk too much on it. All right. All right, sweetie.
Well, see, good thing. See how dark I got and
Yeah.
how white my hair got. I'm sorry. We got to end this on a laugh.
Yeah. Well, we'll end it on a good note by saying thank you, Jesus Christ, dear Lord, for looking after my friend, keeping him safe all this time that he was gone. And your healing is boo-boos on his forehead, and you're going to open roads for him so he can get a job, earn some good money so you can get your own place, right? And he's going to heal your blisters, right? All right, sweetie.
All the
Any
way.
last words?
Well, if you go to Vegas, go with the car because the tan is worth it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, sweetie. We got to take you back to your little tent, right?
Yeah.
All right, sweetie.
Sorry, guys. I have to laugh.
Okay.